Pezik here, and thank you for tuning in to the 101 episode of the Lisa Pezik Show. You know, when I started this podcast, I literally started with just a $5 subscription to Libsyn, the provider, and my laptop, and Zoom. And that's it. It took me until episode probably 20 to realize that I needed a proper intro and outro, and then episode 40 to realize that I needed a mic to make the audio sound better, and probably episode 60 until I realized, hey, I should get some better lighting, I should get a ring light, and I should repurpose these podcasts to YouTube. Now I'm so excited that we're over our 100th episode together. So don't wait to start. If you have an idea, if you have something you want to bring to the world, entrepreneurs, we got to go get it, because someone else is going to take that idea and they're going to run with it. And you're going to be kicking yourself in the butt going, why wasn't that me? Now, that's not to say that we should act on every single idea that comes into our brain. But if there's something burning inside of you, for me, it was this podcast. It was getting this information out to the world so that anyone, anywhere, at any time could begin to have more income and impact in their life and in their business. That was it for me. I didn't know what the right steps were. I knew the first step, which was get a podcast subscription, a host where I could place it, and find a way to record it and go. So that leads me to the topic of this podcast episode, which is investing at the rate that you grow. Because one of the most common objections and roadblocks that I hear is, I don't have money. I don't have money to invest in that. I can't do that. And we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot because we put out all the reasons why it's not going to work before we actually sit down and brainstorm and go, what if? Well, what can I manage? What can I afford? What can I do? I can remember in 2017 when I was in a mastermind with Brendan Burchard. A lot of people know him. He's an incredible guy, high performance master, just crushing that space and the book space and the online course space and the lead generation space. And he's a beast. And he was sharing a promotion with us, a strategy that we could take back and do in our business. And it was my very first high level mastermind that I was in. It was $30K US and it cost me $42K Canadian. And that was like 8 years of my savings at the time. Now, Eric and I, my husband and I, we coach together and we're now consistently making 10, sometimes 20K months. So it's a little bit easier to invest that kind of chunk of change in mentors. But that time, like 2 years ago, oh my God, that was like everything for me to invest in that. And we were sitting at a table as a group, and he was talking about a promotion saying that we should be spending upwards of $5K a day on this promotion. He was also sharing some tools and things that we could use to, now I'm not the tech side, that's my hubby side, Eric, but how you can connect the something to the something so that you can go live on your landing page, on your website, as well as on Facebook, as well as on Instagram. And I believe it was about a $400 or $500 program to get the plugin to be able to make those all talk to each other and go live at the same time. So for me in my head, I'm doing the math along with what it costs for me to travel, because that's the other part of when you get into these mastermind groups, which are great. When you're coming for me from Canada internationally, it's expensive to travel with the flight and the food and the hotel. So I was just going, oh my God. And I had a choice in that moment. Do I shut my brain off and say, oh, come on, $6,000, $5,000, $10,000, this isn't going to work for me? Or do I take notes, understand the bones of it, the framework of it, and then adapt it to what makes sense to me? And that's what I did. I believe at that time, I went live on Facebook with the promotion. That's it. Not 3 different places with the plugin. And I sent some emails to my email list because I was able to do that. And I spent, I believe, $500, I want to say, maybe, on that entire week-long promotion. I think I spent like 20 or 30 or 40 bucks a day kind of thing. And once we figured out the winner, we ramped it a little bit more. But I think I started at 20 bucks a day with ads. And I ended up selling a $197 program because that's where I was at back then. And I believe I think I sold 10 of them. So it worked on my own terms, in my own way. And if I would have just shut my brain off, I would have never been able to have the income and impact that I wanted in my business and serve people. And at that time, it was when I was still in the health and fitness space, before I've now jumped over fully and completely into the content marketing, digital marketing course website. Y'all know what I do, but if you don't, for your first time tuning in, that's what hubby and I, we're couplepreneurs. We coach together, all about getting your stuff going online in the online space. That done for you technology that people freak about, we handle it. But back then, I was my first business. I was coaching in health and fitness, and it was called my Macros, Muscles, and Mindfulness program. And it was $197, and people needed it. They were dealing with fatigue and bloat and inflammation, and they were just in a rut. So when you have something that people need and people want from you, do not let there be a barrier like money to hold you back from getting your message out. So the first thing I want to talk about then, it brings up tech. So investing at the rate that you grow with tech. Yeah, you could go crazy if you've got the budget. Eric and I work with a lot of people who want that done for you service, meaning they want to create a course, a group membership, a funnel, and they don't want to worry about the technology, so they pay us. And that's around the like 10K, 15K, websites, 5, 6K, depending on what they got going on. But you don't need to start there. You could start with a simple landing page. We do landing pages for 2K for people. You could create your own on Wix. No, it ain't going to be pretty. Or on WordPress. Yeah, you might have a lot of issues because WordPress, if you don't keep up with the updates, and Wix, you could get a lot of bugs. You can get hacked. If you don't have the SSL server, it looks like it's not secure, or it's not secure. So when people click on it, sometimes it'll say, warning, don't click on this website. It's not secure. It could be spam. It could be false. And a lot of pop-up ads will show up on your website if you don't get the right things. Again, this is Eric's domain, but Wix and WordPress aren't great, but they're a starting point if you literally need to get something up there. Or we work with payment plans. If it's 2K, if you can make $250 to $500 payments, we're golden by the time that landing page is created. It's beautiful with everything there. You could start with Facebook. You could start with MailChimp. That's free to grow your list. Those are the 2 ways that I recommend everybody starts. Start with growing an email list. Have a way to send weekly emails, maybe a weekly newsletter. Nothing fancy. And then start on social media, because that is where people are tuning in. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube. They're free channels for you to get your information out. And if you don't have anything to sell, you sell yourself. At the end, you say, I'd love to do a 3-call coaching package with you, and I can teach you everything I know about creating your first online course. I can teach you all about how to beat bloat. I can teach you all about how to be a better speaker. I can teach you all about how to sell your house faster, or whatever it is that you're trying to teach people. So start with the free. MailChimp, Google Docs, Facebook. Then you can move to landing pages, websites, email autoresponders like GetResponse. Then you can move to things like Kajabi, ClickFunnels, Teachable for your courses. And then you can go to things like Infusionsoft, and I don't even know what the other crazy things are that are out there. But start slow with tech. That's what I did. I started with a simple landing page. Then it became a website. Now it has all the bells and whistles on it. Now I've got funnels and the whole bit. But similar to the story I told you about my podcast, pardon me, in the beginning, you start where you can. Now, number 2, that leads me back to mentors, where I talked about Brendan and spending $30K US, 42K Canadian on Brendan. Love it. Great. Brendan, Mel Abraham, Bo Eason, Roger Love. I've invested in all of them each year, one each year, to kind of get the best bang for my buck and really know where I'm going, because I knew that I wanted to dominate the author, speaker, and business strategist, content, digital marketing space. So first off, when it comes to mentors, you got to know where you're going. What space are you trying to dominate? Where do you want to be that go-to person that they say, I need a course on a funnel, I need Lisa. I need a group coaching program, I need Lisa. I need a website, I need Lisa. I have no idea how to put this speech together or this program online, this social media campaign, I need Lisa. What are people going to be saying I need you for? And then match that mentor that's smashing it in that space. I wanted to smash the online space. That's why I invested in Brendan. I wanted to get better at speaking. That's why I invested in Bo and Roger. I wanted to dominate that space. So start again, though. I want to bring it back before I catch myself and go on a tangent. Invest at the rate that you grow. With Brendan, I bought his books to begin with. Life's Golden Ticket, High Performance Habits. I bought his book, The Charge, the Motivation Manifesto. That was the one. I bought his books first. Then I started watching his free live casts on New Year's Day. From that New Year's Day live cast, I got a ticket to go to High Performance Academy. Invested a little more and went to High Performance Academy. Then I invested in his CHPC coaching, his certified high performance coaching, where I wasn't a coach, but I was getting coached for $6K. And then from that, I joined his mastermind. I've pretty much done that with every mentor that I've ever invested in. I check them out a little bit. I pick up their freebie, like on social media. I look at their YouTube, if they've got blogs or podcasts. I check that out. Then I buy some books if they got it. Then I'll buy some online courses. I know Marie Forleo. I did her Copy Cure course. So invest at the rate you grow. Maybe you can't invest in a high-level mastermind. That's just not in the cards for you right now. But every entrepreneur that's in it and serving people has free or low-tier products that you could start learning and implementing from. And I remember Total Product Blueprint was one of the very first courses I bought from Brendan that he released like 6 years ago. I think he's now re-released it, but I think it was $2K. And that was how I got my first jump into the online space and learning about product creation and value ladders and funnels and serving and frameworks and that whole bit. So invest at the rate you grow with mentors at what you can afford, and then save a little bit of that to reinvest back into your business. That's what I did with Brendan. I saved for a long time before I was able to finally make the leap and invest in his mastermind. And then the last one is what I touched upon at the beginning, the production value of your products, courses. My very first course, that one I talked about, Macros, Muscles, and Mindfulness, that I sold, it was a 21-day course. There were little like 3 to 5 minute videos for 3 weeks, along with a specialized meal plan and specialized fitness. And I filmed that sucker from an iPad with no mic in my son's bedroom. I moved the crib at the time because I loved the wallpaper that was in the back. And I shot that sucker, and I didn't have a fancy intro outro on it. It was literally like the raw videos. I have a back end system on my website, so it didn't cost me any extra. I didn't have to put it on Kajabi or Teachable. I had it on that platform on my website to have a VIP area. And that's what it was. And actually the app too. At one point I had it in Vimify is the name of the app. I think it was like $25 a month, when I was doing more health and fitness coaching, I built it in there as well. It's like an app system where they can see the videos. You're right. I first built it in Vimify and then I put it on my website. And that's it. And that course made me easily over 20K. And nobody once ever said to me, I can't hear you. The lighting sucks. Why isn't this fancy schmancy? I didn't even get hair makeup done, like nothing. I just was like, I'm getting this out because I know people need it. And that was that. And it was like my warm market launch. And I made over 20K for my warm market. Now, when I released it to cold market, granted, you don't have to do this, but again, 20K, I reinvested back. I went and got hair and makeup done. I hired a videographer who had a little side hustle business, so she didn't cost $1 bajillion. She came and filmed it for me, and then she edited it for me, put an intro, outro on it, and it looked crazy produced and nicely professional. But that was the actual third version of it. The first version was iPad in my son's room. The second version was from the kitchen table with a mic. And the third evolution of it was the fully produced video production, hair and makeup, intro, outro on the website. Looks amazing kind of deal. So again, start with what you got. If you've got a laptop, if you've got an iPad, if you have an iPhone, you have the ability to shoot videos. Even your worksheets, if you're going to put worksheets with a course or group coaching program. Canva, you can make beautiful templates for free. Actually, no, I think you have to pay. You can make graphics and images that are beautiful on Canva, but then you got to pay, yes, for the upgraded one, but it's only a couple bucks. I think it's like $10 or $20 or something for Canva. Like low things here that you can create beautiful things right where you're at. And that's what it comes down to, the authenticity piece. You know, I wasn't trying to be Brendan or Bo or Roger or Shalene or Marie Forleo. I wasn't trying to be them. I was me. I was a mom working from my kitchen table on the side with my nursing job while I was working full time and raising our little dude and managing a household. And I never once tried to say my team and I, or when I'm making millions, like I just never tried to be anything that I wasn't. And I think that authenticity piece is the most important piece as you carry on in your business and you invest at the rate that you grow. People will see that evolution of you, and it's real. It's honest. I can't tell you how many people I'm honored that I know now that I'm speaking at some bigger events say to me, oh yeah, your time's coming. Like I'm going to remember that I'm going to be able to say I knew her when. And I'm so humbled by that. And I think that's so amazing. But it's like, yeah, you saw me from where I started at my kitchen table without highly produced stuff. Even these podcasts, I know you're getting the audio, but those that are watching here on YouTube, you see, I love this light right now here in my son's toy room. I just happen to love it here. So I don't have the ring light on, and I'm just like in my day face and my day hair, and I'm not all highly produced and looking snazzy because I just want to get this message out to you and I want to go. So if you have a problem that I don't got hair and makeup done to the nines, then we ain't the right fit. We're not the right people because we're all busy and we got stuff to do, but it shouldn't hold us back from the message. So the authenticity and the message is the most important piece. When you nail that, people don't really care about the other pieces of it. They have to be able to see you. They have to be able to hear you. And it has to be good content and a good message. And whatever that looks like, that's the most important thing, is that it's true to you and it's you are investing at the rate that you grow. Because I've seen a lot of people, the flip side, they invest before they're ready and then they're building that business out of desperation. And that is not a fun place to be in. You don't want to be building businesses where you're demanding that you've got to make a sale, you've got to make this work because you've invested 30, 40, 50K, or you've invested 10K in a funnel. And you're like, oh my God, this launch has to make me 20K or 10K. I've got to get that money back. it's like setting yourself up for failure because you're making it about you and you're not making it about them. So invest at the rate that you grow with tech and mentors and production value, but most importantly, amplify your voice and share that message. Don't wait for it to be perfect to start. That's what I got for you today. Thank you for tuning in to the Lisa Pezik Show. Now listen, you need help with this kind of stuff. You head to www.lisapezik.com. At the bottom, there's an opportunity for you and me and Eric to get on and do a 15-minute brain dump strategy session. Complimentary. You never have to pay us a cent. You can walk away with everything that we tell you to do because the message and the value is what we want for you. We want you to get those blocks out of your head and clear that path for you that you can see whatever it is you want to do. There is a way. It is possible for you to do it. And that's what we'll talk about in that brain dump session. So lisapezik.com. I'll see you over there. LISAPEZIK. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you next time on the Lisa Pezik Show.